guys, it's Jay. Today I'm going to be making a snack mix for my kids to have in the afternoon when they get hungry, kind of between lunch and dinner. They always have the option of having a piece of fruit, usually right around 3 o'clock, but some of my kids are getting older and a piece of fruit isn't quite cutting it anymore for a snack. So I'm going to make them up. This snack mix has lots of different components in it, and I'm going to show you kind of my secret ingredient to kind of make things stretch. Some of the more expensive ingredients stretch a little bit and still make it something that my kids really enjoy. If you hear little bells in the background, sorry, that is our kittens. They're running around in here right now having a playtime. So you might hear a little bell tinkling in the background. It's just them. So how I'm gonna do this is, I know I want to fill 2 half-gallon jars with our snack mix. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put my ingredients in these so I know it'll fit, and then I'll dump them out into this big bowl, give them a good mix, and then put them back in my jars. So, secret ingredient, not so secret ingredient. I'm sure parents have done this before. I am going to be filling one of our jars completely full of rice Chex. This is not name brand rice Chex, this is the Great Value brand, but it's kind of the same thing basically. This is going to bulk up that snack mix. It's gonna kind of act like a filler. It doesn't have a ton of nutritional value, but it has a good crunch, and my kids really enjoy it. It doesn't have a lot of sugars in it, and so it's a really good addition to this. You could do something else. You could do plain Cheerios or something like that. Just any kind of plain, kind of, not a bland cereal, but you know what I mean. It doesn't have a ton of flavor, so it's not really gonna mess with any of the other flavors that are in there. So for starters, I'm going to completely fill up one of my jars with my Chex Mix. Funnels help. I always think I'm not gonna spill it, and then I spill everywhere. Top it up a little. All right, there we go. There's my jar. I have a full jar of my Chex Mix, and now I'm gonna fill up this jar with the rest of it. Now I don't really measure, I just kind of eyeball most of my stuff. So the ingredients we have here, and this, you could change these up to be whatever you wanted. I have these coconut chips. They're kind of between a flake and a chip, like a big flake maybe. They are unsweetened, they're delicious. I already opened it and got into them. I will link the ones that I got off of Amazon down below, these two. Because I searched around until I found what I wanted. So I got 2 big bags like this. It came in at like a 2-pack. And then these are little chunks of pineapple, dried pineapple. And these are a little bit sweetened. They do have a little bit of sugar in them, but they are not treated with sulfite, which I really wanted, but it's hard to find. It can be expensive to get dried fruit that's not treated with sulfite, but I really want a dried fruit that's not treated with sulfite. That's a personal choice. Obviously not all of the dried fruit we eat is not treated, but for this, for some reason, I just had to be in my bonnet about it. So we have pineapple chunks to go with our coconut. We got these mixed nuts. These are salted. These are deluxe mixed nuts. They have almonds, cashews, pistachios, pecans, and macadamia nuts in them. My kids really like pistachios. So we got to mix with that. Nuts are typically fairly expensive. I was going to try to find somewhere cheaper online, but I wanted to get this one, so I just had my husband pick this up at the grocery store. We also have raisins. We have some dark chocolate chips, and that's what we're going to be putting in. So you can put in whatever you want. If your kids like other things, I wanted to do like banana chips or dehydrated bananas and a few things like that. And I may do that at some point. I think that would actually be really good with like kind of this tropical coconut pineapple thing. But I didn't this time. So we're just gonna kind of put a good amount in there. The kids really liked this. Kept coming in and asking for more. So I think we'll start there. We'll start there and see if we want to top it off later. So these have measuring cups on the side, which is cool. So I've done 2 cups of the coconut. So I'm gonna have plenty for another batch some other time. 4 kids are gonna go through this relatively quickly. Let's see what we got. All right, I did about 2 cups, not quite 2 cups, about 1.5 cups of the pineapple. I'm aiming to do maybe half of this container, maybe a little less, maybe we might do less than that. Then about half, almost half, right around there. So, okay, half of the container of nuts, and this was a 1 pound container. We're gonna do some raisins, get lots of those in there. I was gonna do apricots too, dried apricots. I really like them and my youngest loves them, but the other 3 were like, ew, what? No, so I didn't. So we got that in there. I'd say that's probably between the nuts and the raisins, we're at about 2 more cups of things. Dark chocolate chips. You can do like M&Ms or whatever you're wanting in yours. Just gonna, whoop. Oh dear. You now have to throw that out, but I don't want the cats to eat it. So, I don't know why I keep taking that off and making a mess. Alright. We're just gonna do the rest of it in chocolate, I think, actually. I think my children will appreciate that. Alright. So, and these are like big chocolate chips, big ones. So, we have our dark chocolate in there. And I did dark chocolate because sometimes it has less sugar. If you read the packaging, sometimes it has less sugar. And also, chocolate, dark chocolate is good for you. It has antioxidants and things in it that are good for you. Plus, it adds a little bit of sweetness to this. So, really the only sugar they're getting in here aside from just natural sugar from the dried fruit, there's some sugar in the pineapple and there's some sugar in the chocolate chips, but that's about it. So, we are gonna go ahead and dump it in our big bowl here. This smells so good. The pineapple is just... Okay, so it looks beautiful. I don't know if you can see this very well. It's great. It is just a beautiful, beautiful mix. I think my kids are going to be super duper excited about it. All right, I'm going to grab a measuring cup really quickly. All right, measuring cup. I think it'll be way easier to just like scoop this out this way. So my kids are going to probably get about maybe a 1/3 cup of this, 1/2 cup at most, but I doubt we're going to do that much. Probably like a 1/3 cup of this. Just like a good handful to snack. And then if they still want a piece of fruit to go with it, like a banana or an apple, they can have that. And that should tide them over until dinner. I have really active kids. We live on a little farm. They're always out running around playing, riding bikes, doing all kinds of stuff. So it's nice for them to be able to get some good fuel. But by adding the cereal, you know, this isn't gonna like break the bank kind of thing, because as I said, nuts are expensive. Depending on what your other ingredients are, it can really add up and be very, very expensive, especially when you have, you know, I have 4 growing kids going through it. It can just take a lot to keep their bellies satisfied. I'm gonna show you kind of what this coconut looks like here in a minute, so you can see it up close and see if it's something that you would want to get, because I spent a lot of time on Amazon looking at coconuts. Probably a ridiculous amount of time on Amazon looking at coconut, trying to figure out which one I wanted. So I didn't bring lids over for these, but I will be getting lids on them. It's beautiful. All kinds of goodies in there. There's some sweetness, some saltiness, crunch, chew, all kinds of lovely things, and I think they're gonna love it. So let me come over with the coconut. All right, we're gonna try to not let this fuzz us out. So here we go. I want you to be able to see what it looks like. Hopefully you can see that okay. So I know you can get pieces bigger than this if you get like actual like flakes for snacking, but they're very expensive. I couldn't find one that wasn't. So that's not a bad size. Obviously some of them are smaller that are kind of, you know, they get crushed, but this is still a good size to be able to pick up and snack on. So I hope you guys enjoyed our video on how we make our favorite snack mix. If you guys have any other recipe requests, or you have any cool snack mix type tips and tricks for me, I'd love to hear them. So I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.